What's up, guys? So I just got done watching episode 14 of Akame Got Kill, and stuff actually happened. We start right where we left off with Tatsumi and Esdeath staring at one another, and Esdeath going, "Oh my god, Tatsumi, I can't believe it's you!" Cut over to Strings, and he starts hiding because the guy with the coat from a couple episodes ago who was controlling the danger beast is flying overhead, and Lubbock realizes, holy crap, this guy's strong. Cut back over to Tatsumi and Esdeath's all like, "I'm never letting you go, Tatsumi," and Tatsumi's like, "Please let me go," and she's like, "I'm never letting you go." When suddenly she senses a second presence, and she's all like, "Okay, Tatsumi, I'm gonna let you go. By the way, whoever's hiding, come on out." Now at this point you expect Strings to come out, but it's not him, it's the guy in the coat, and he's like, "Haha, you activated my trap card," and a big purple ring starts forming around them and teleports them elsewhere. It turns out he has an Imperial Arms that can teleport people, but it takes a lot of energy from him. Anyways, Tatsumi and Esdeath end up on an island, and Tatsumi's all like, "Oh, this might be a mirage or something. Hit me to like make sure that it's not a mirage, I'm not dreaming," and stuff like that. So she's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were into BDSM, I'm into BDSM, ha ha ha, sex jokes." So instead of hitting him, she kisses him, because of course she does, and then goes on to explain that she knows of this Imperial Arms and that it really did teleport them. She then makes a big ice plateau that carries both of them to the top of it so she can figure out where they are. And it's at this point that they see another huge danger beast like what Stylish ended up turning into, and they realize, oh crap, Stylish for some reason has danger beast way the hell out in the middle of nowhere. So as it attacks, Esdeath freezes its arm, but Tatsumi uses that frozen arm bridge as a frozen arm bridge to get to its head and try to stab it. Only unlike Stylish, it doesn't work this time, and Esdeath has to summon a big ice meteor to come down and destroy it, because apparently she's Sephiroth. After the battle, the two complement one another and start searching the island to try and figure out where they are and what they can do about it. Cut to a still frame montage of the two having a good beach time, and finally we end at night. It's at this point that Esdeath starts asking Tatsumi about his past. He makes up a story about a blacksmith who taught him how to fight and how to forge stuff, and I guess that's pretty much the story he's running with. She decides to go a different route and tells him the real story of her past, where she used to live in a village that prided strength above all else. It turns out her mother died when she was young, and her father explained that her mother was weak and that's why she died, and they have to be strong because the weak die and the strong survive. So in order to keep up this strength is the best thing, the two of them would go out and hunt danger beasts. Eventually one day she went out on her own, killed one, and brought it back so her dad would be proud of her. But upon returning home, she discovered that the Fire Nation had attacked because her village is being burnt to the ground. Only instead, the Fire Nation, it was the North. They had come and attacked her village and killed everybody, and her dad was lying there dying, and he was like, "Oh, we died because we're weak, don't be weak and die." So she decided to go to the capital and become, Esdeath. Well, there she meets up with scary ass Santa, who's like, "Hey, here, have an Imperial Arms, because you're so good at everything, just choose one." She almost takes the axe that Sabretooth had, but instead is like, "Hey, what's that thing over there behind a curtain in a bottle?" Scary ass Santa's all like, "Oh, that's the blood of a danger beast, and if you drink it, it'll drive you insane. Nobody's been able to do anything about it, so I wouldn't suggest going that. You want that axe?" To which she replies, "No, I think I'll take the crazy juice." So Santa grabs the crazy juice, gives it to her, she drinks it, and she starts to go insane, but she's like, "Ha ha ha, more insane than the insanity that you are. I'm gonna out-insane you." So she drinks the insanity juice without any negative side effects, gains its power, and we go back to present day. At which point she begins to explain to Tatsumi that, yep, basically I am this crazy, this is just how I am, has nothing to do with the juice, has nothing to do with anything else, I'm just crazy, I like hurting people, torture's fun, everything's great, I like pain. Tatsumi hears all this and he's like, man, if this was something she had to do or if the crazy juice did it, I would understand, but seriously? She crazy as hell. I can't deal with this. I can't turn her to the good side. She's just gonna crazy all the time. So the two began looking for a way out, and she's like, we need a method of transportation. Oh look, a flying manta ray, let me go capture that. We head back to the main city, and the guy with the cloak is revealed as being Scar from Full Metal Alchemist. Not even joking, he just looks like a younger Scar. Anyways, he's in a hotel room with the girl, presumably having done the deed, and he's looking out over at his Imperial Arms, and he's like, maybe I should let them escape now. So he hits a button, and then he goes back, and the girl's all like, oh, I don't like the minister for some reason. He's like, that's my daddy, and starts smacking the crap out of her. Then we shoot back over to the island. The portal opens up, and Tatsumi's all like, man, I should really jump in this portal and get the hell away from crazy, but she did help me on the island, and so I guess I'll just like yell at her, hey, Esdeath, portal, bye. So he jumps in, and she jumps in a split second later, both of them appearing where they had left. But when she gets there, he's nowhere to be seen. She's looking around like, how the hell? Where did he go? I don't understand. It was like a split second. Maybe it dropped him off somewhere else. Oh well, I'll find him again. But it turns out as soon as Tatsumi got through the portal, he activated his Incursio armor and hid behind a rock, going invisible. While hiding behind his manly rock like a manly man, he decides, you know what? She's too crazy, I can't turn her to our side the next time we meet, it's gonna be his enemies. And that's where our episode ends. Now while some things did get cleared up and there was plot progression and we learned about Esdeath's past and a lot more happened in this episode than the last two, I still didn't like it. Like, for instance, there were some inconsistencies. For one, we have Esdeath drinking the blood of this danger beast and it gives her all these super crazy powers and drives most other people insane, but meanwhile Akame and the others have been straight up just eating Danger Beasts for like apparently ever, and they're just fine. No extra power boost, no nothing, they're just whatever. And I get that the Imperial Arms thing that she drank was from a super high powered Danger Beast, but you would think that after eating at least like what, 20, 30 Danger Beasts, you would get some incremental kind of power shift, or you'd start to go a little bit crazy, but nope, that hasn't been addressed at all. Apparently, just normal Danger Beasts are totally fine for human consumption. Big powerful ones are no-go. Then there's the fact that every time that Esdeath starts talking to Tatsumi, she's like, wow, you leveled up. Is this a JRPG? Is this WoW? What is this? Why is he leveling up? She couldn't just say you got stronger, or wow, you know what, you've changed? No, it specifically has to be you leveled up. Why? What, is this a game? Is that the big twist at the end? This is actually all going to be an RPG? If that's the case, I'm going to like this show so much more. Don't know why, but I will. And then there's the fact that when Scar was hiding, she could somehow sense him, but when Tatsumi hides, she can't sense him. I understand that the Imperial armor goes invisible, but Scar was like behind a bunch of rocks, okay? He didn't go invisible, but to the foreseeing eye, he was basically invisible. So why could she sense him, but not Tatsumi? It doesn't make any sense at all. And also, if this Scar guy can like teleport people, why does he need an army of Danger Beasts that are so weak that Esdeath can kill like 20 in one swipe? And if he's the minister's son and he respects him so much that he beats the crap out of some girl for talking negatively about him, why isn't he working with him? Or is he working with him in some weird shadow operation? I don't know, they didn't explain it. Anyways, yes, this episode did have some character development for Esdeath, but it was in a way that didn't actually give her development. It just told you straight up, she's crazy. She's crazy. It didn't give you a whole lot of explanation except for her dad saying that like the weak die and the strong survive, and I mean that's about it. She's just crazy. She's just crazy for the sake of being crazy. Character development, haha! And Tatsumi saying that he can't change her and they're gonna be enemies forever. That really, did that come as a revelation for anybody? Did anybody think that she was gonna go to the good side at any point in this series? Because I didn't, and if she does, that's a cop-out, like a huge cop-out. So, you know, come on. But I will give this episode enough to say that it was better than the last two, and it might lead somewhere. I mean, it was more intriguing than the last few episodes, and I'm reaching here, okay? I'm trying to find something good to say. I'm trying not to just hate it, but I just hate it. I'm sorry. I don't. In the comments, you can find a reason not to hate it. Tell me, please? Please? Peace.